Let's dive into a really fascinating market puzzle. It all kicks off with a luxury car deal that just seems way too good to be true, and it ends up pulling back the curtain on a hidden system that's, well, designed to stay hidden.
And this really frames the whole thing, doesn't it? Is this the deal of a lifetime, or are you about to step into a trap you can't even see? That's the question at the heart of this whole story. So, imagine this. You're on a used car lot in Newark, New Jersey. You've got your usual rows of sedans, some pickup trucks, and then you see it. A silver 2019 Porsche Macan S. The Carfax is clean, the miles are low, it's a one-owner car. On paper, it's perfect. Maybe a little too perfect.
Okay, and this is where your brain starts to short-circuit. The sticker on the windshield says $29,900. You pull out your phone, do a quick search, and whoa. The actual market value for this exact car is way up there, closer to 47 grand. That is a massive $17,000 gap. How is that even possible? Your first thought, my first thought, everyone's first thought is, this has to be a mistake, right? A typo on the sticker, there's got to be a catch. But you talk to the salesman, and he kind of just shrugs. He seems way more interested in moving that pickup truck over there. So is this whole thing just a fluke? A one-time mistake? Or is it part of some kind of formula? Turns out this isn't about dumb luck. It's about spotting a crack in the system, a very specific inefficiency in the market.
See, this whole opportunity is built on three key things. First, these high-end cars, they hit what's called a depreciation cliff right after the factory warranty runs out. Big-name dealers get spooked and don't want to touch them. Second, you can find a good independent mechanic who can fix these things for way, way less than the dealership. And third, and this is the magic, there's a whole community of car enthusiasts out there who will absolutely pay top dollar for one of these cars from a private seller they trust.
So all that research boils down to this really simple but super powerful four-step formula. Step 1, you find the car. You source that undervalued gem. Step 2, get it inspected, fix the little things. Step 3, you make it shine. Professional detailing, great photos, you make it look irresistible. And finally, step 4, you list it and sell it to the right person.
Okay, so let's look at the actual numbers on that first Porsche. How did it all shake out? Well, it sold for just over 48 grand. Now you subtract the almost 30 grand you paid for it, another 1,400 for a minor repair, 600 to make it look perfect, and what are you left with? Over $16,000 net profit.
I mean, think about that. $16,300 on one car, and it only took a few weeks? That theory you scribbled down on a notepad, it just became very, very real.
All right, so after a win like that, the whole game changes. This isn't about a lucky one-off deal anymore. It's about turning that luck into a system, something you can repeat again and again. And guess what? This system worked. It really worked. You set up these alerts to find more of these deals, and the money just starts rolling in. Next month, you flip a BMW, make over 14 grand. The month after that, a Porsche Cayenne. That one brings in almost 20 grand. By the fourth month, you're juggling two cars at once. The whole thing is just stacking up fast. But, you know, when things seem too good to be true, they often are. And this is where the story takes a dark turn. The deeper you go into this world, the more you start to see the shadows. And this 2018 Porsche Panamera, this is the car that brings it all into the light.
So this Panamera, it sells lightning fast, the buyer is thrilled, picks it up on a Friday. The whole deal feels like another home run. And then, Monday morning rolls around, your phone rings, and it's that call. The one every single seller absolutely dreads. The check engine light is on. The car went into limp mode, lost power, right in the middle of the highway.
So you do the right thing, you tell him to take it to your mechanic, the guy you trust. He takes a look, and the news is not good. The car has a major, major transmission problem. But here's the kicker, the part that makes your stomach drop. Your mechanic gets real quiet on the phone and says, someone reset the fault codes. They deliberately cleared the error right before you bought it, hiding the problem just long enough to make the sale.
So the repair bill? Over $9,000. And to protect your reputation, you eat the cost. You pay for it. And just like that, that huge profit you were expecting, poof, it's almost all gone, wiped out by this one single hidden issue. Talk about an expensive lesson. That Panamera deal wasn't just a loss, it was an education. It was like pulling back a curtain on this whole hidden layer of the used car market, this gray area that lives somewhere between an honest sale and just straight up fraud.
And in this gray market, you start to learn the language. First up, there's a thing called title washing. So here's how it works. You take a car that's been in a major wreck, it's got a salvage title, and you move it to a state with really loose laws. That state then gives you a brand new, clean title. It's like a magic trick that makes the car's terrible history just disappear.
Then you learn about something even darker, VIN cloning. This is frankly wild. Scammers will literally take the vehicle identification number, the VIN plate, from a legitimate registered car and put it onto a stolen car of the same model. To the system, it looks perfectly legal, but it's not. It's a ghost. And of course, there's the classic odometer fraud. Yeah, rolling back the miles. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book, but with modern digital odometers, it's gotten even sneakier. And it's still so effective. It can instantly make a car seem thousands of dollars more valuable than it actually is.
So you start connecting the dots. That cleared engine code on the Panamera, that wasn't just one bad apple. It's part of this huge self-sustaining cycle. A machine that just keeps running because it's so hard to shut down.
And why is it so hard to stop? Because the problem isn't just a few shady people. It's the loopholes baked right into the system itself. Title laws are a total mess. They're different everywhere. Resetting an engine code, there's no paper trail. It's invisible. When you buy from a private seller, it's usually as is, no warranty. And those vehicle history reports everyone relies on, they only show what's been officially reported. So much happens off the books.
And you start to see this cycle playing out everywhere. You see cars, maybe even that very first Macan, just getting passed around like a hot potato. Someone buys it in Jersey, flips it a few months later in Tennessee, and then that person sells it to someone else in Florida. And with every sale, someone makes a quick buck, and some other poor soul inherits a problem they have absolutely no idea is even there.
And that's when it hits you. It's this really chilling realization. Think about it. The exact same methods you use to sell a great car, the beautiful photos at sunset, the perfect listing, that empty parking garage with the skyline, the scammers are using the exact same playbook to sell these problem cars. From the outside, you literally cannot tell the difference.
Which brings us right back to where we started, with this one big idea. That $30,000 Porsche, is it the deal of a lifetime, or is it a money pit waiting to happen? And the truly scary part? You often have no way of knowing which one it is until it's way too late. Because the deal, it turns out, looks completely different depending on which side of it you're standing on.